All right, so we're gonna take a day trip. Supposed to get like 105 today, so we don't want to be out well, too late in mid-afternoon. It'll be just too hot. But we're gonna head to Henrietta, Texas today, to Clay County Jail Museum. It's an old jail there. I think it was built in 1861. I'll have to confirm that once we get there. But cool thing about it is they're supposed to have one of the only internal gallows in the country that they've restored along with the jail. So let's go. Well, we're doing a little bit of interstate riding just to get to one of the parking roads we're going to take for most of the ride up there, just so we can make some time because it is going to be pretty hot this afternoon. All right, so we're in Santo, Texas. We're going to take a break, get water, stop at a little bridge here. Okay, so we're in Henrietta, Texas at the historic 1890 Clay County Jail. Whoa,
that's original key too.
Is that original?
That is
no
the
kidding.
Original key.
1930s chaps up there. Oh, here's your gallows up here.
Yeah, this is a
Look at that. Okay, jailer's living quarters is where we're going here. So, hey, this is pretty nice. No doubt about it. So these are some original checks. You notice there's no account information or routing numbers on the checks.
They're just over-the-counter checks.
Yeah, and there's no kerosene water heater over there. It's nice. Just over in the kitchen part of the jailhouse right now. This was a kitchen table area, and of course some depression glass here, a collection. That is awesome. Okay, so we're upstairs now. We're in the family bedrooms, which is really kind of interesting. We were just talking about that. You know, the jail is on one side of this building, and the family lived on the other side. So you're right here with the inmates. We just learned that there's a stream that runs underneath this entire building, and it powered a flour mill down the way a little bit. But they had a well here, and it would pump. The windmill would pump the water up from the stream that flows under the building to a holding tank up top. And then that's how they would fill their bathtub and their toilet bowl and get water for their sink and everything.
Yeah, when they would put on a coat of tie, put on a vest.
So these are some pictures of before the restoration. It was just amazing restoration from what you saw before and after. Like here's the old stairwell that you just got a picture of us coming down. And of course, you know, here it is today. So, and it wasn't replaced. It was actually restored from the original building materials. Wow, here's an old phone switchboard. It's pretty cool.
Jail.
Yep.
That's the jail area.
This is the jail.
I think this is the drunk tank.
Okay, there we go. Trunk tank. Look at the size of the bars on this. Holy cow, those are thick.
Well, it was a federal. It's supposed to be a federal.
No, okay, so this was not just a county. This is a federal jail. So they would ship inmates in here.
Well, it never was used for that, but because they moved it somewhere else. But it was built for that.
Okay. So here's some of the old the clothes representative of, you know, late 1800s, 1890s. There's like a hat down there, a wedding hat from 1918. You can see all the different layers of clothes, you know, long sleeve, vest, shirt, bow tie, and they wore all that, you know, in the heat of the summer. It's quite amazing, really. They're probably pretty tough people. The floor in here is metal, and it was installed after a prisoner attempted to cut through, I guess, the old wooden floor that was there.
Right.
To help prevent prisoner escapes. Yep. So that's quite a cool history. And this is kind of like the courtyard area, I guess, for the prisoners we're standing in. If you look there, Margaret's coming out. She's coming out of a cell. And each one of these cells would house 6 bunks. And that's pretty tight. There's not a lot of room in there.
And they're hanging in there, the bunks.
Yeah, the bunks are hanging. So there's 2 bunks right now on each side. So there would have been, okay, there's 2 there. There have been 2 there. There's 1 on the back wall and then 2 over here. So that's your 6 bunks. That's pretty confined space. Okay, here's the cell door controls, the original ones. This is quite amazing, actually. So these are the big levers, and you would grab them and pull them, and it would pull the cell doors open. That's incredible to still be preserved and restored like that. And then when you close it, you can see right here, there's a loop there, and that loop goes into this little slot, and that would come through, and they put a lock and lock the cell door controls in place so that they couldn't be opened. Here's more of the original keys.
Original license plates.
Oh,
Wow.
leather backed, yeah.
This is kind of unique. More the light. I guess I didn't turn the light
A
on.
photograph enlarger,
Yeah.
or go upstairs. They got 3 stories here.
He was in the military.
So this is a wheel that was used to select numbers of men to be drafted into the armed services in World War II.
Right.
I've never seen that. How incredible. So this is one of the upstairs cells. Now this one has a sink and a toilet in it.
That must not be this area.
Not getting through that.
That's the women who on the floor. I mean, if more of them were like they were treated back in this day and time, maybe they wouldn't be there.
So here's one of the doors, and here's the mechanism that would lock the door.
But I guess it's out there.
So each one of these little cells would house up to 4 people. And we were just talking about it. When you pop one of these bunks down, that bunk comes almost to the edge of the door, both sides. There is just simply no room whatsoever left. Okay, this is the one cell that did have a bath. And I don't know how many people stayed in this one, but it did have a bath. And what's cool is they've taken memorabilia and stuff from all over Clay County, and they've decorated each cell with stuff from Clay County. So like this cell here is dedicated to archaeology. Now is this the actual area where they would hang people right here?
No one was ever hung here.
Okay.
There were some hung on trees in the county, of
Okay.
course, but I guess since it was a federal jail, prison, and I guess that gate there was
Oh, I see it, yeah.
so where,
Yep.
you know, they could be pushed off or whatever, but no
Okay.
one was ever hung here.
Okay. So this area here was for the women and the juveniles that were in. Yeah, Russell Creek School Bell, 1896 and 97.
Schoolhouse.
Here's this one here is decorated with old schoolhouse memorabilia. Okay, so we're going down the basement. You can see Macon here how tight this little stairway is to get down here.
Not that he's gotten any bigger.
And this thing here is pretty low too. Crack your head pretty hard on that. So there's an old bed back there, and it has the ropes. So Macon just told us, you know, where the old slogan "Sleep Tight" came from, is they would pull the ropes on the side of the bed to tighten up the firmness underneath that you would sleep on. Here's Indian Quanah Parker's peace pipe. It's a gift to the Hurd family. Here's Geronimo, Apache Chief, 1899. All right, guys, so this is a 1917 Ford Model TT truck. It's the first year Ford made trucks. This is in extraordinary condition too. So for all you guys that like to build old classic cars, this is classic. It doesn't get more classic than that.
So this thing really revolutionized the ranching industry for a while. But like the owner said, Brad Staggs, he made the comment, the trouble is they don't wear out.
Yeah,
If you're making a product that don't wear out, you're gonna be in business very long.
that's right.
There wasn't a punch out.
1923. That's a tractor right there. I bet that thing is still run too if you put a little bit of work into it.
Oh, yeah.
There's an old forge. Okay, everybody, so that was the Clay County Jail Museum. I've got to say, when you come here, these people are great. They just give such a fantastic history lesson. The museum is super well restored and preserved. They'll open up the building next door as well, and they've got this old antique farm equipment, and like the old antique tractor and truck and everything. It's just, I don't know, it's one of the best museums I've ever been to, and here in Henrietta, Texas. Little small town, and it's just a great experience all the way around. You got to come and make it. Great ride to get out here as well, and great history of Texas and Clay County. So I hope you enjoy the video, and again, I encourage you to make this trip because it's well worth it.